In the high desert north of Phoenix, a remarkable man is inventing a new kind of city, financed in part with the sale of these bells. The city is called Arcosanti, and it's taking longer than planned to build. But Paolo Soleri's invention could make our grandchildren's lives more bearable. Arcosanti is supposed to be the opposite of the 20th century American suburb. It's a city that is compact. It's built for walking. Arcosanti is energy efficient. It's a frugal and conservative place, an alternative to the opulent lifestyle Paolo Soleri thinks threatens the future of our species.
If we are not able to slow down this search and this almost mania for more and more and more, then we dispose of ourselves. I mean, it's a suicide.
Instead, Paolo Soleri picked this spot 25 years ago to try something else. It's a rugged place, hot in summer and cold in winter. But the desert location, thousands of visitors to Arcosanti are told, proves that we humans can live on Earth with a lot less waste.
If we persist in designing our habitat in ways which are evidently wasteful, pollutant, divisive, we would need two planets.
On the one planet we do have, Soleri is trying to build an environmentally sound community that makes good use of land and materials.
Paolo Soleri is the architect responsible for designing and building Arcosanti.
It's Paolo Soleri's alternative to sprawl.
Essentially, his solution is to design large three-dimensional vertical high-rise cities as opposed to two-dimensional horizontal cities.
People live pleasantly in custom-built masonry apartments, heated without central furnaces, cooled without air conditioning.
The concrete gives us a chance to control the climate. In the summer, it's about 20 degrees cooler on the average, without air conditioning. So then there's other things like whitewashing windows to cut down on the amount of heat entering the building.
This woman is working in Arcosanti's outdoor ceramics shop, one of several small factories here. Much of the labor is in huge concrete quarter spheres called apses, which capture the low sun in winter and shade them in the hot summer. And the commute from work to home is a short one.
Not having to travel 2 hours on a overclogged highway getting to and from work, being able to spend 60 seconds getting to work instead of 60 minutes.
Man has invented his doom. First step was touching the moon.
Paolo Soleri has many fans who do not live in Arcosanti, among them singer Richie Havens.
I did concerts here in the 70s to help build this. For me then, it was something that actually could be done, something that should have been done 20 years before, and I feel that if I could do anything, it would be to help it to reach its finality as fast as possible.
The sun hitting this surface and then being reflected inside.
Soleri admits his way of living is a hard sell. He offers a frugal, self-sacrificing lifestyle to a world that prefers luxury and convenience.
We are the first thing, as far as we know, on this solar system that says, I like something and I'm going to do it. I do what I like. So we have to face this fact that we are coming up with exotic notions. One being, I do what I like.
The people who live here say they are looking at the big picture, at the long term.
You have to decide what's more important, the welfare of your kids in the future, your grandkids or their grandkids, or what's important now, making a buck, having a good job, having a nice car.
Oh, thank you very much. I think it's a very practical way to live. and I will never go back to the traditional city. That would be an exercise of insanity.
Most Americans, however they admire those ideals, don't see a life at Arcosanti as practical or even possible for them. After 25 years, the community is only 3% complete.
First technique is we take these plaster molds, which you can see lining up on this artwork here.
Thousands visit every year, but fewer than 100 people have chosen to live here.
I wish I was more involved in it. I wish I had more time, you know, but it's difficult when you have to make a living and raise 2 kids and whatnot, so.
They take him and they teach him, then they groom him for life.
Richie Havens thinks it's the children who will save Arcosanti.
I think children will have a great deal to do with this moving faster in the next 5 years. I think we have enough critical mass in children who now know that the only thing they can do for their future is to protect the planet from us.
What has been built here has been sponsored by love, volunteers, concerts like this one, and by bells. Ceramic and bronze bells made by Arcosanti craftspeople sell by the thousands. Soleri originally designed the bells to provide an income for his own family. Instead, they have become the principal source of money to build his model city. At Arcosanti itself, the bells are everywhere, ringing softly in the breeze. An advertisement for Paolo Soleri's idea.
The opposite scenario is that we learn to be more compassionate, because that's a virtue that is also a necessity. So if we don't move into that direction, there is not very much hope. And by the way, it's a beautiful direction, so why not?
Arcosanti is an attempt to create something simpler, less expensive, with fewer moving parts, something that uses less energy than what it's designed to replace. It's a noble idea, but a hard sell.
Some of the algorithm things, although the one thing we will say is that it will work in all conditions. Day, night, bad weather. It's not limited in any of those ways.
Yeah, so you got a little bit of both.
Okay, well, look at me, and then I'll tell you when, and you just sit there and listen, and in a moment,
Cross my legs.
I'll tell you, and you'll cross your legs. So count to 10.
Tell you these things now.